Hey everyone, it's June 20th, 2023. Hope all of you have a great day today and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I posted a video on the Aaron Robin Productions YouTube channel, and I feel like it's time for me to break down why I haven't been posting and what's been going on in my life the past couple months. More than a year now I haven't been posting much. A lot of big changes, a lot of big things happen in my life, good and bad. And I miss making videos, I miss filming car shows. Right now it is summer in the Chicago area and there's so many amazing car shows I'm going to that I haven't been filming. And I miss bringing my camera, featuring people's cars, showing you guys the modifications on my WRX. I want to start sharing that with all of you guys again. So right now I'm heading to work for a couple hours just to do a couple things. I'm gonna head back home and I'll sit down with you guys in a little bit and explain exactly what's been going on. And I know I've been saying this in almost every video I've been posting, but I want to get back into it. I want to post several videos a week again like I did before, and I really do miss making content. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video today, and let's get this day started. And if you guys didn't know, I've had this beautiful front lip and these side skirts and those winglets down there for almost a year now, and I have not got these installed on my WRX. And there's a big reason why I haven't been doing many modifications on my car. A lot of personal stuff, and in this video I will be going over everything. On the way to work. The car sounds so good. And my beautiful burnt titanium ARC shift knob. When I downshift, the backfire is so good. Alright guys, heading to work right now, and it's been almost a year and a half since I traded in my 2015 Subaru WRX, and to be honest, I do miss the WRX, but I am happy I picked up this 2020 WRX. I've had so much fun with this car, new experiences, and honestly, like I said, I miss the WRX, but I have no regrets getting my WRX. So what I'm doing now is I'll head to work. I'm only going in to check on a couple things, and I'll be heading home. And what I'll do is I'll pick up the video when I'm heading back from work, and I'll go over the reasons why I haven't been posting videos, and I'll go into some personal stuff today that I haven't really discussed with you guys. The real reasons why I haven't been posting too many videos, especially car content. It'll be hard to talk about, but I feel like I have an obligation to share that with all of you, especially to the people who have been subscribed to the channel and have been supporting me for years. So I'll see you guys after work.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, so I just got off work. I was only in for a couple hours today. If you guys didn't know, I do sales for a big technology company. I do work remote, and I just come into the office every once in a while to get a few things done. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna explain what's been going on basically this past year, and why I have been making content especially car content, with everything that's been going on. A lot of good things have happened, a lot of bad things too, and it happened all within a short period of time, which I was going to go home and set up my camera, but I think I'm just going to go through it in my car right now. Alright guys, so like I said, I'll explain to you what's been going on, good and bad. We'll start off with something good that's happened recently. So about a month ago, me and my fiance, now wife, we got married in Hawaii. I've been with my now wife, Steph, for about 8 years. I proposed on Christmas Eve 2021, and we planned this Hawaii wedding for more than a year and a half, and our wedding was absolutely beautiful last month. It was my first time in Hawaii. We had some family and friends come. Beautiful ceremony, beautiful reception. I'll post a clip of a reel I made of the reception and ceremony. It was absolutely beautiful. And like I said, that was my first time in Hawaii, and it was a really great time. And the one downside, and I had an absolute phenomenal time in Hawaii, family and friends, and honestly it was like the perfect wedding, to be honest. The only downside is my dad couldn't be there. So this past, I believe it was around October, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer. It was a rare bad cancer where they basically told us he had less than a year to live. And my dad is very health conscious. He would get his blood work done several times a year, making sure he was on top of his health. He would go on walks and lift weights, and he was healthy overall, so this was very fast. He was diagnosed this past October. He ended up passing away 2 months after he was diagnosed, around 2 months after, in January of this year. So 5 months ago, my dad passed away very, very unexpectedly. And it was really hard on my family, especially my mom, my brother, who lived in Florida with my dad. I live in the Chicago area. I moved away from my parents years ago. But yeah, it was really sudden, really sad, and he wanted to make it to my wedding, but we didn't know he was going to pass so fast, if that makes sense. We thought with his immunotherapy, his cancer treatment, that it would give him a little bit of time, but the cancer was really aggressive. And me, my brother, we never had any big loss in our life. Having my dad pass was hard on my family, and it was hard knowing I had my wedding coming up and he wasn't going to be there. So let's talk about my dad really quick. My dad was always active in my life. My dad's the one who got me into cars, not just modifying cars. He first got me into toy cars, Hot Wheels cars, RC cars. He was into modifying them as well. When I was younger, I was really young. My dad, he had a 2001 Mustang GT. It was in blue, and he modified it, and for me that was like the coolest car. I was so young. He would pick me up from school and friends' houses, and he had, it wasn't that fast, but at the time it seemed fast for me. It was blue. He had, I remember he had a Borla catback exhaust. He had really loud headers on it. He had it tuned, thick, meaty tires on it, and it was loud. It was a really loud car, a New Edge Mustang. It was, for me at the time, it was awesome. And I saw my dad modifying this car. He also had a 2007 Mustang GT when I was younger, and he modified that car as well. 2007 Mustang ended up being my second car, which ended up being my daily when I was younger. And he was super into modifying cars. He also loved Hot Wheels cars, RC cars. He went through different phases, but he was really into cars. And from me growing up seeing this, I eventually got into cars myself. I also did the RC cars, Hot Wheels cars, but once I was able to get my own car, I got my first Honda Civic Si, which my dad did help me buy after college. I modified that, and as I started making more money in my career, I was able to modify my BRZ, which I had for a while, my WRX, and my dad was a huge part of going to car shows, car meets with me when I was younger. He would bring me to World of Wheels, Hot Import Nights, some bigger ones in Chicago, and we would go to a bunch of different car shows when I was little. And looking back, some of my favorite memories growing up was going to these car events with my dad when I was younger. He was into like different hobbies and stuff, so he was into like model cars, like I said, RC cars, actual cars. So anything related to like racing, basically, he was into. And if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know that I usually go to a bunch of car shows, car meets, when it gets warmer in the Chicago area. And to be honest, I haven't been going to many car shows because whenever I go to these car shows or car meets, it's been reminding me of my dad, and same thing with modifying my car. Usually when I get a new car, I go kind of nuts. I modify it, do a bunch of mods to it really quick. And to be honest, I haven't done many new modifications on my WRX in a long time since my dad passed. I mean, I even have mods that I purchased that are at my house, but I never got them installed because of my dad passing. I hope this is making sense right now. I may be rambling a little bit. It's kind of hard to talk about. Honestly, for me, it's easier to talk to a camera, obviously, than talking to a person. And I do talk to my wife about this stuff, and it's hard. And I miss making content. I miss going to car shows. I miss modifying my car. I miss sharing it with my audience on this YouTube channel and Instagram. If you guys aren't following my Instagram, I'll put it right here. It's Aaron Robin Pro. Please follow that. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I don't want to promise I'm going to be active, but I'm going to try my best to start making content again. There's so many car shows, car meets happening right now. And like I said, I have mods already that I purchased that I want to put on the car. And I just haven't done it yet because it all reminds me of my dad. And so my wedding, like I said, was last month. And one of my dad's goals before he passed away was to try to make it to my wedding. And it was sad because once he was diagnosed, he passed away 2 months later in January. And he couldn't make it to my wedding, which it was a big wedding, very expensive wedding. And I enjoyed it the best I can without him being there. It was sad for me, my mom, my brother. Him not being there, it wasn't the same. He was diagnosed less than 7 months ago. And this last 7 months feels like it's been forever. It feels like so much stuff has happened. And so much stuff has happened. And I'm doing my best to stay strong for my family. I know I'll be grieving for a very long time. And I feel like for myself, to honor my dad, I need to start making car content again, or at least going to shows and enjoying it like me and him used to when I was younger. I mean, even when I was older, he would go to Subaru shows with me, or Hot Import. He would go to car shows with me even the last couple of years. And man, it's really sad, you know. You look back on the times you had, and it's hard to appreciate it at the time. But when you look back at it now, it's like, man, I wish I can go back to those times when we were enjoying that. And in general, you wish you spend more time with the people you love. And I guess if I would have to say anything, don't take anything or anyone for granted. If you have loved ones, spend as much time with them as you can, because you never know what's going to happen. It's one of those things where you think it wouldn't happen to you. You see it in movies, and didn't know many people personally it happening to. When it does happen to you, it seems unreal. When it was happening, when he was diagnosed, it almost seemed like it wasn't happening to me, even though it was, if that makes sense. It's like, it almost didn't seem real, and then you're still processing it, and 2 months later he passes, and even when he passed, I was still processing him getting diagnosed, and now he's gone. Again, sorry if I'm rambling here, but that's pretty much why I have been posting content on this channel, doing car stuff, and I miss doing it. I want to start doing it again. Try my best to film modifications, to do mods to my car, film events, and I want to share my journey with all of you. I'm planning to get a second car, and I'm thinking of getting a new BRZ to modify that, so I have 2 cars I can modify and share with all of you, share my experience owning this car. I mean, I've owned my WRX for a year and a half, and I absolutely love this car. I miss my BRZ, like I said, but I couldn't be any happier with my 2020 WRX. So I'll do a walk around of my WRX as is, and it's kind of dirty right now. I'm gonna get a car wash on the way home. And as of right now, the body of the car is pretty much stock. I have an STI wing that came with the car, which I do like. Maybe I'll switch it out later on. I do have coilovers on the car right now. my Work Emotion CR Kiwamis, which I am getting powder coated bronze really soon. I think it'll look phenomenal with the red paint. Under my hood, I have my air oil separator. I have my Cobb front mount intercooler. I have my Cobb flex fuel sensor, and I'm currently on E85. I also have my Cobb big SF intake. And am I missing anything else? I believe that was it. Yeah, air oil separator, intake, flex fuel sensor. I have my coilovers. I have my wheels. I have my exhaust. So I have the NVIDIA high performance single exit catback exhaust, burnt titanium tip. It sounds great. My car's not too loud. It's not too quiet. You hear a good amount of induction noise, which is great. I stock downpipe, which I'm going to be upgrading with either a high flow cat or a catted downpipe to get more rumble out of the car. I don't want my WRX being too obnoxious like my BRZ was. I want it to be loud, but not too loud. Alright guys, hope this video wasn't too long. I have a feeling it's gonna be, but I hope it explained why I haven't been posting much content on this channel, especially car content. I miss making videos, I miss going to shows and modifying my car, and I want to start doing that very, very soon. I thank everyone who's been following the channel for not posting for a very long time. I know the algorithm is definitely screwing me right now. No matter what I post, even if I post consistently, it's going to be hard to get the algorithm on my side again. So I'm going to end the video right here, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please leave a comment down below what you guys want to see on this channel, and what modifications do you guys want me to do on my 2020 Subaru WRX. And remember, I respond back to every single comment I get. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.